Hello YouTube, this is Highball Man here in a slightly different location. We are on the countertop on top of a newspaper to bring you something a little bit new, sort of a one-off thing for me, but I thought I'd share it with my channel. This here is Dark of the Moon Reverb from their Scout Class Human Alliance line, and as you can probably tell, he has got one heck of a loose ball joint on this hip, and this hip is pretty loose as well. It makes it very hard to stand him up if you just plop him down. The good news is he has big feet, but still, this is very loose and you don't want anything that floppy. So I am going to attempt to fix him using the floor polish method I have heard so much about. This is Wayman hardwood floor polish. It's got an ingredient in it called quick dry agent and surfactant and preservative and polymer scuff resistant agent. So whatever those ingredients are should be close to some kind of thickening agent that we can use. This is my first time doing this, so I thought I'd give it a try, do a bit of a how-to, see if I can actually learn something about this process. As you can see, seal's still on there. I have not opened this yet, so let's give it a try. Hopefully this is at an angle where you can see things happening. Alright, we got the seal off, we got our bottle ready to go. We have a handy little cup to pour this into, and we have a newspaper to catch the inevitable spills while trying to catch this on camera. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take his legs here and pop them off the ball joints. One thing that's interesting, even though the actual friction on these is very loose, the ball joints themselves are very tightly clamped on. Prior to shooting this, I've been really trying hard to get his legs to come off so I can do it quickly on camera. And as you can see by the number of times I pulled this off camera, that has not been easy for me. It also kind of doesn't help that he has a lot of joints in his legs. So anytime you try to move anything anywhere, every piece is just flipping around. There we go. Okay, so this is the big one. My apologies for that. Batteries ran out again. I'm using a flip video camera, which is really programmed to use its own rechargeable battery pack. So you use any normal old AA's, and for whatever reason, it just doesn't recognize that they have a full charge on them. But we've got some new batteries in there, and we're ready to go. So, we got the first leg off. Let's get the second leg off here as well. This one, again, isn't as loose, but I really do want to try tightening as many things up here as I can. Almost got it. Seriously, these are on there tight. It's surprising, given how floppy they were. And you can see all the, you might not be able to see it, but all the powder that's on here from the plastic just crumbling away and reducing friction. So, these ball and sockets themselves are kind of, not short is the word I'm looking for, they're short. It's not going to be easy to dip his hips in the cup here. Okay, and I am back with some Q-tips here for the application of the floor polish. So, as far as I'm aware, all we do is we take and we dip into the material, and we are going to just try to apply some semblance of an even coat to these ball joints, with of course the idea being that this is going to thicken them slightly. Q-tips are really great to work with because you always have a dry end to help, soak up any spills you might create doing what I just did there. I'm very amateurish at all this kind of stuff. I've done very little in the past in the way of either transformer repair or customization. Painting is something I never really want to touch, but this seems pretty simple to do, and if it works, I have a whole bottle of this stuff. You can see I'm barely using even the little cup's worth that I poured myself, so this should be pretty good. Just soak up this extra stuff in here so it doesn't gum up anything else. And okay, we've got a coat or so applied on there, so I'm going to let this dry, and in a few hours we will cut back and see how this turned out. Okay, and we are back. It is later on. As you can kind of see, these are not wet. They're a little bit shinier than they were before, so not caked in powder. And we are going to see if one layer of floor polish is enough to tighten up his hips. So that's one leg on. Here's the other leg. Tight fit on there. And unfortunately, still very loose, very floppy. So, this has been an interesting experiment. I think I know what I need to do to keep layering this on there. But rather than put you, as a viewer, through me just doing that over and over and over, I will say that I'll put an update, probably just attached to a later video, saying that I have successfully fixed poor old Reverb here, and hopefully I will have, so he can stand up in the future. If you'd like to see a review of this or other figures from this line, I have gone pretty much completionist on the Human Alliance Scout class figures. Not all the repaints, but I have all the molds. I really enjoyed the line. I thought it was a good collection of Scouts, and considering it was the last time that any Transformers line had proper Scout class toys, I think it's a cool thing to look into. So if you're interested in that, let me know. If not, I will see you in the next review. I am Heibelman with Reverb and an experiment to test out floor polish, ball joint tightening, and I am signing off. See you next time.